today, I want you to sit silently, not with your intellect, but with your being. Just listen. Because what we are going to touch upon is not just philosophy. It is a doorway into something eternal. There is a statement, so simple, and yet, if understood deeply, it can liberate you in a single moment. If you see the false as false, the truth appears. This is not an ordinary sentence. This is the essence of all awakened teachings. This is the seed of enlightenment itself. We've all been trained to seek the truth, to run after it. We think truth is hidden somewhere far away, maybe in the Himalayas, maybe in the scriptures, maybe in a future life. And we've been told that we have to make ourselves worthy of it. Through effort, through struggle, through years of spiritual gymnastics. But the awakened ones, the Buddhas, the Krishnas, the rishis of the Upanishads, they say something radically different. They say truth is already here, right now. It's just that you are looking at it through false eyes. Let me explain. We don't see the world as it is. We see it as our mind projects it. The mind is like a colored lens, and this mind is the false. Not because it's evil, not because it is your enemy, but because it is impermanent. It changes. It fluctuates. It is born out of time and dies in time. You don't have the same mind today that you had 10 years ago. It's always shifting, filled with memories, desires, fears, hopes. This mind is not reliable because it is not rooted in being. It is not eternal, it's a cloud, and you are the sky. Vedanta speaks this beautifully. The absolute is real, and the world as perceived through the mind is an illusion. Now be careful. When Vedanta says the world is illusion, it does not mean that the trees are not there or the mountains are not real. It means your interpretation of the world is false. You're not seeing what is. You're seeing what your mind tells you it is. That's why this statement is so powerful. If you see the false as false, you don't have to fight it. You don't have to purify it. You don't have to overcome it. Just see it for what it is. And in that very moment of clarity, the mind starts to fall away. And when the mind is no longer in the way, truth is revealed on its own. Let me tell you a story from Buddha's life. A man came to him, a seeker, very sincere, very intense. He said, I have done everything. I've fasted, meditated, tortured the body, studied the Vedas, renounced my wealth, my family. And yet, I feel empty inside. Why do I not see the truth? Buddha looked at him with deep compassion and said, Because you are still trying. The man was confused. He said, What do you mean? Isn't effort necessary? Buddha said, The one who is making the effort is false. It is the ego trying to find something greater than itself. And that search itself becomes the veil. You don't need to attain the truth. You need to recognize what is false. The moment you see the false as false, there is nothing more to do. The truth remains, like the sky remains when the clouds pass. This is not theory. This is a lived experience. Every master has gone through it. The ego, the mind, the whole personal identity you carry, it's a dream. And no matter how hard you work inside the dream, you will not find reality. You will only go from one illusion to another, from religious illusion to spiritual illusion, from worldly ego to spiritual ego. Vedanta says, you are that, not you will become that, not you must seek that, not one day you may realize that. You already are that. The infinite consciousness, the pure presence, untouched by time or change. But to realize this, you must stop looking at the world through the mind. You must see that the mind is not your master. It is a tool, a useful servant, but a dangerous master. And the miracle is, you don't have to destroy the mind. You don't have to go to war with it. You simply have to see it. See its games. See its tricks. See how it creates suffering by clinging to the past and worrying about the future. See how it creates identity. I am this, I am that. See how it divides reality into likes and dislikes, right and wrong, sacred and profane. And just by watching, you'll begin to wake up. That is what I mean when I say, if you see the false as false, the truth appears. Don't make truth into a goal. That's how you miss it. Make clarity your path. See the false clearly. Watch the mind without judgment, and in that seeing, a great silence will descend on you. Not forced silence. Not the silence of suppression, but the silence of truth revealed. And in that silence, you will laugh. Because you will realize you were never the mind. You were never the ego. You are and always were the witnessing consciousness, eternal, unchanging, infinite. This is liberation, not some fantasy in the afterlife, not some reward after death, but a profound awakening here and now. So remember this, truth is not an achievement, it is your nature. Just see the false, and the real will shine on its own.